the average girl has a level of validation unheard of in all time nowadays. Like at this point, the best take for guys is to be a fucking narcissist. Do that. Be egotistical. Do not hesitate. Like, don't doubt yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Don't do any of this stuff. You will get humbled, my bro. Like nature, like the laws of nature, other men, the system, everything will humble you accordingly. And to humble yourself prior to that is just to it's to cut yourself short. Just think about it, man. You just look at the other side of the gender aisle. These girls are so gassed up, dude. Narcissistic as hell. For nothing. For nothing. For just existing. That's what I'm saying, man. At this point, bro, just be selfish. Have an incredible ego, man. It takes practice. It takes practice. And that doesn't mean you be disrespectful. That doesn't mean that you're being condescending. Not at all. That doesn't have to mean that at all. The way I see it is the way Nietzsche put it, with the idea of the Übermensch, and complementing that with his idea of the great health. Right? The Übermensch was this next generation type of man, the man who changes the courses of history, that kind of thing. But to ground it for us fellas, it's a guy who has directed life energy, the flow of life force itself, love, joy, all the passions into himself, such that he can attain a level of great health, of rejuvenation, of convalescence, of joy, of fruitfulness with life. And there is a kind of aristocratic feeling that comes from it. Because the way Nietzsche would put it was like, this kind of man who had directed this and assimilated this much life within himself to the point where he's able to bear fruit. He has so much love to offer that he can offer you life force. He can offer you. He has such excess of energy, of vitality, that he can offer things to all those who probably would like some. As you can see, there it naturally comes about, this level of class, this almost aristocracy element to it. Be self-delusional as hell, dude. As hell. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This had like really, really tricked me for a good majority of my 20s. This need for external validation. This need for some sort of external source of value. Where do I place my bets on? Right? Like Pascal's wager. Where do I wage my spiritual bedrock at? Where do I go? Where do I put it? What is the bet on infinity? There is a weird transition that happens because I'm 29 and I'm hitting 30, and there's like honestly, this is kind of like it almost feels like zazen like realized, because 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 I doubted myself for so long. I tried to be myself. If that makes any fucking sense. It doesn't in retrospect. It's like, how was this possible? How was it for so long I didn't know myself? And the best advice I can give anyone, or I can be offered, was to be yourself. But was I not already myself? Like, what the fuck was that all about then? And this is essentially that the idea of truly being one with the natural impulse of your life, of your being. Every impulse is to be truly appreciated. And it flows out from there. You'll learn how to leverage it as an art, right? Like even drinking is an art. That's how it seems like to me. At first it's kind of crazy. Whoa, blackout. Whoa, a little partied a little too hard. And eventually you kind of know your limit. Eventually you know how to engage while under the influence. Ideally you coax it. You coax this art into existence. So the natural state is typically this. You presented this problem of humility, of being humble, of being careful, of you're a dangerous being. You don't know what you're doing. You should be cautious of what you're doing. And I'm telling you, man, it was all a fucking psyop. But for the best reasons. Almost like it's part of the game. It really is. It's part of this psychological game that we all have to play. I grew up Catholic. There was a point in time where my teachers taught science and religion. And me being the crazy motherfucker that I was, at that time, I was playing my PSP, my little PlayStation Portable, and I was not paying attention at all. I did not care what was happening in that class. But, B's get the degrees, so that's what I was. I was the poster B student. Mr. Bernier, that was his name, randomly calls me. He should have known better, but he randomly calls me because I am like one of his pupils. He knew my mom. He taught my mom, so it was like a generational student to him. So he was really hoping for like a great answer, and he asked me to come up to the front of the fucking class, the front of the class, and he said, "Hey man, go ahead, tell the class," with like approving, like he was asking me this, like he already pre-approved of my answer. "Tell the class how the world was made." And in my head, bro, I was freaked out. I was paralyzed. I didn't know what the hell to answer this guy. All I could remember was nothing. I was like, fuck, are we in religion class right now? Was the last, like everyone's textbooks was out, but like I couldn't tell. My back was turned. I couldn't turn back around. I was like, oh shit. Was it, do I answer God or do I answer the Big Bang? What do I answer? I froze, paralyzed. And I said, I don't know, man. And he looked at me with disappointment and he was just like, God, Andrew, God made the world. In my head, I was like, fuck, damn it. It really was just 50-50. I could have just went with anything at that point. At least I would have been half right or half wrong. And this is what I'm telling you, man. This is my thing, man. Being narcissistic as fuck, being egotistical as fuck, you could, honestly, you'll be course corrected anyway. All right, that's it for today. Deuces.